Crikey! Welcome down under to Offensive. We're the #1 YouTube show for shrimps on the Barbie.
So we found out we had one Australian subscriber and we got very excited. So thanks, man.
I told you, we don't need to talk about numbers. All I know is we're international.
We're international. Hey, everyone who subscribed, all 200 plus of you, like, thank you so much. We love you all. This is our first season, so we concluded our first NFL season as a show.
That's right.
And I feel like I had so much fun. We're going to keep doing it. I'm having a blast. So look, everybody who subscribed, thank you so much. Absolutely. And the one Aussie, you're the best, man.
Thanks. And shout out to the other shows like Paul Farrington, who made it to Media Row, but then got kicked out of the Super Bowl. So now, hey, we're even Steven, right? Because we also got kicked out.
Same level. We weren't at the Super Bowl either. Samesies for sure.
We weren't there, but it was fun watching their content, and we were just sitting here at home watching. And shout out to all the Vikings fans out there that had an even worse season than we did.
Yeah. We are gonna crap on the Vikings all off season. It's gonna be great. Every week we're gonna crap on the Vikings.
I sent Paul a message saying, "Hey, everybody's 0-0, buddy." So like, you know what I mean? Yeah. There's some just chill. You're gonna be okay. Just kidding.
Now, don't forget, we can also crap on the Cowboys. DeMarcus Lawrence finally got his ring. He got out of Dallas, went to Seattle.
Yep.
The beautiful, beautiful world. Vikings, Cowboys, thinking it up. God bless.
Yeah. I know. I love every second of it. All right. So let's get into the mix, guys. We're going to do a quick little episode here about changes we want to see the NFL make. Maybe some of these can happen in 2027. Maybe some of them already happened this year and I forgot. And, maybe something in the future will change. But let's get into it. So I've got a couple here and I want to see what you guys think about them. So I'm going to jump on this. So, okay. They've been talking about it nonstop, guys. 18 games is coming. We know it. I feel like the sooner they announce when it's going to happen, the better, so they can come out with the schedule. But my main thing about this is I'm not saying do it or don't. It's going to happen. It's a guarantee. I don't want them to put it at the end of the year. I don't want the NFL to keep pushing into like mid to late February. I want it to start a week earlier because let's be honest, guys, in the summer, end of August, there's nothing going on. We're bored. We're ready for the season to start. Like, let's start it a week early.
If they add a game, do they have to move it up 2 weeks? Because do they need to add another bye week for teams if they have 18 games?
And if they do, that's great. I'm fine with that. If the season starts mid-August, just don't schedule a bunch of games in Miami to start the year, right? But
because it'll be hotter.
Yeah, but the Vikings can host a bunch of games. Seattle, New York teams, it's going to be warm, but it's not
the teams that don't get Super Bowls because it's cold, give them home games.
Yeah, and regardless, the offseason is going to be the same, whether they push it out at the end of February or where they add it to August. But I'm just saying, there's nothing to watch in August, NFL. If you want to make more money, start the season earlier, get us ready sooner. And, you could move the draft.
The trade deadline of MLB, one of their 2 or 3 trade deadlines near the end of the season.
That's totally nobody cares. Right? Yeah, nobody cares. And again, this is the thing. It's like, well, the draft happens here and they need this time and they need that time. I mean, if they keep pushing the season out in February, then they have less time to get ready for the draft, right? So either way, it's going to be a lose-lose for time. But I really think the NFL should take over August instead of trying to take over February. So that's just
DD alone.
Yeah, it's like, let us just chill and then we can get ready for March Madness, right? Which is the next thing that we have to watch.
No, we do have to give our wives Valentine's Day. Don't mess that up.
Yes,
because we've neglected them for the previous month.
Dude, the second the Super Bowl is on a Valentine's Day, like everybody's screwed. Everybody is screwed. Like everybody's screwed. So just make it a week early. Okay, so let's go to the next thing that's likely going to happen. Now they're saying there could be up to 18 international games. I don't like that idea at all, and I'll tell you why. International games, there's a lot of travel. You're in unique stadiums. There's different grass. There's all these kind of things that are affecting you. Make it 16 games. Everybody plays one a year. That's it. It's super simple. And if you're going to do 18 games, you're going to do 9 home and 9 away, then you just switch every year, right? So everybody gets 1 home away or 1 home international game one year, and then those teams get the away game next year, right? Or whatever it might be. So it seems pretty simple. That way, too, you could do it the first 16 weeks of the season, which leaves, if there is 18 games, say week 17, 18, 19, potentially 20, no international games, so people aren't traveling and having an unfair advantage. So I think 16 games should be the rule. Every team gets 1. None of this Jaguars have 3 international games in 1 year. you know, and like other teams have 0. Let's make it even Stevens. How do you guys feel about that?
I think that's the best plan of all, because having the Jags have 3, 4 just so they can get more jersey sales over in Europe.
Right.
It's really fair to the league. And honestly, granted, the Jags, they did good this year, but there's no guarantee that they're going to be good next year. They probably should. They've been kind of a stinker for the last couple of years. Let the good teams go over there as well.
Yeah, and every fan in international countries deserves to see different teams. Like they deserve to have a chance to see different teams. So if we're going to have, say, 4 games in England every year, right? Okay, this year the NFC East is in England, and next year it's the AFC West, and then they get a chance to see all the teams. One of the most famous guys in England who's been an NFL fan for a long time is a Texans fan of all things. And, you know, the Texans have not played a game over there. So, like, he deserves to go see his team too. So, like, yeah, I want to see every team have 1 international game a year. I just think that's fair. And then we can grow the brand in an equal and fair fashion for everybody, right?
Yep.
So, okay. All right. Now, this next point is so important. I put it on here twice. So, all right. The Pro Bowl is a joke. We hate it. It's stupid. It's not even the Shedeur Sanders things, guys. It's that nobody that gets elected to the Pro Bowl wants to go, really. Most of them don't care. It's just a chance to get injured. I get it. Some guys are going to go, whatever. But the fans vote on this. So have a Pro Bowl team and keep the team as that team. And if they don't go, who cares? They're still a Pro Bowler. And then you can have the alternates go or whatever, and they can make their extra money, whatever you want to do. But have an actual Pro Bowl team that's locked in. And it doesn't matter if the guy's hurt. It doesn't matter if he doesn't want to go. It doesn't matter if he's old and he just can't anymore. It doesn't matter. We all know the Pro Bowl is a joke. Just call it the Pro Bowl games. Right. Yep. Or whatever it is. Don't act like
flag football Pro Bowl or whatever.
Yeah, but have a legitimate Pro Bowl team every year, because I will throw up if somebody puts Pro Bowler on their resume like Keyshawn Nixon. I will freaking throw up if somebody says he's a Pro Bowler, because he ain't. And
well, they're gonna get ready for a whole season of people calling him Pro Bowler.
Dude, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why it's become a joke. You cannot let that happen. You cannot. You've basically defaced the whole idea of becoming a Pro Bowler because guys don't want to go. And I don't blame them. They're rich. Getting hurt, especially if you're coming up on a contract year in the Pro Bowl, would be idiotic.
And the season is longer now with more games. So they'll go another game.
So just have the Pro Bowl games. And if they want to go, it's up to them. But the Pro Bowl team is the Pro Bowl team, and that's it. That's it.
And they're playing flag football now. I mean, like, it's just a silly thing now.
It's so dumb. It's a waste of time that nobody cares about. And it's become a bit of a joke. Okay, so that's why it's on there twice, because it's important to NFL. If the
Maybe
Pro Bowl
they should fill the flag football team with kids instead of bringing in alternates. Just
or
get kids,
fans, like
fans
crazy fans. Like really obese fans.
Yeah, fat guys, young kids, whatever. Just anybody.
Like really big, out of shape
cover as
guys.
well as Keyshawn can. I mean, did you see him in the Pro Bowl? Like, he couldn't cover no one.
Duh. He can't cover anyone anyway. All right. Moving on. Okay, we're going to go to the next set. So for the Super Bowl, we'll get into this a little bit more when we talk about the Super Bowl, but defensive players get a raw deal in the Super Bowl. There's been 3 that just come to memory. Aaron Donald, when the Rams won their Super Bowl, it went to Cooper Kupp, but everybody knows Aaron Donald just destroyed the Bengals on his own and was definitely the MVP in that game. Of course, they gave it to an offensive guy. Stephon Gilmore in the Rams-Patriots Super Bowl was absolutely the MVP in that game, and they gave it to Wes Welker, who had a very mediocre, what do I feel like, Super Bowl game. And then last night, and I know, dude, nothing against Kenneth Walker. He had an amazing game. He set a record for most rushing yards in the first half. Here's the problem, though. The Seattle offense scored 1 real touchdown, and it was after a turnover by their defense. And then the other touchdown was by their defense. The Seattle defense, I don't care if you give it to the whole team, there is zero accountability for anyone that didn't vote for a defensive player for MVP of that game. I mean, I'm sorry. It is a disgrace that a defensive player didn't win.
Witherspoon was probably the biggest impact on the game. Although we do have to give the running back some credit. He did.
Kenneth Walker was fantastic. He was by far the best offensive player in that game. I will give him credit, but he was far from the most impactful player in that game.
Right, he was the offensive player of the game, but he was not the MVP.
No, he was not the MVP. It should have went to Witherspoon. And if not, give it to all 4 Seattle defensive linemen for all I care. Let them share it like the Cowboys in 1977.
Give it to a defensive unit.
Yeah, why not? Or just have a defensive and offensive MVP, because it's an absolute disgrace that just in the last 10 years, there's been at least 3 obvious defensive players that should have won the MVP, and they keep giving it to offensive guys. It just really bothers me. And yeah, it sucks. It makes
they need to have a second trophy. There needs to be an MVP and like another award somehow.
Well, they have an offensive and defensive player of the year, right? And so maybe they just have an offensive and defensive MVP, because again, I'm tired of defenses getting no respect. That game was 99% decided by Seattle's defense and 1% decided by their offense, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. So, okay, moving on to something even sillier. The Offensive Lineman of the Year award, which just happened. So I put this on the list because I forgot that the Protector of the Year actually went into effect this year. I thought it was going to happen, but I didn't know for sure.
It's because Bear won. That's why.
It's because it was completely the award's been completely ruined forever, because the first ever player to win it is the Chicago Bear. So now it doesn't matter anymore. Now the award doesn't matter, Dave, and we have to rename it to something else. Okay.
No, you bask in the Bears' taint. It's a beautiful thing.
no, seriously.
I mean, this is the award that I think is decided by the most intelligent method possible, where it's the Protector of the Year is determined. The finalists are determined by a selection committee, who is LaCharles Bentley, Jason Kelsey, Sean O'Hara, Orlando Pace, Will Shields, and Andrew Whitworth. So these are men who've done it. They know what it takes. And, they don't look for the little stories in the press or anything else. They watch this film and like, okay, that's a badass mother jammer.
Yeah.
So
and Tooney was fantastic this year. He really was.
Oh, absolutely. The fact that he had tied for the lead among interior linemen by holding blocks for 2.5 seconds on 98% of his snaps. Not an easy thing to do with some of those big bulls that are coming in with the bull rushes. Didn't allow a sack during the entire season. You made the point that, maybe a center could have won the award.
Yeah.
I'm all for that too, but I think it's an offensive lineman, but I think it also can be looked at by his teammates, because in the line, we don't really look for myself. It's the unit, right?
Right.
Because if a lineman, if he has a reporter in his face, he doesn't talk to the reporter, because the rest of the line will give him crap, because they're like, why are they talking to you? We are here. It's not an individual thing. It's just a mentality. So yeah, well-deserved reward. And the other people out there that were mentioned for it, they're all ballers too. The Broncos had 2 linemen, Corey Brewer for the Dolphins. Mm-hmm. Their center did good. Creed Humphrey for the Chiefs, because you got to get a Chief.
Yeah, he was good though.
Oh yeah, and really Penei Sewell, of course. So yeah, it's a who's who of finalists. It's a fantastic award, and like I said, enjoy the Bears taint for as long as they give this out, because we got number 1, just like y'all tainted the Lombardi Trophy.
There's a reason why I forgot it existed, because it's now been like fully destroyed by going to a Bear. But no, congratulations to Joe Tooney. Like, he absolutely deserved it. He was fantastic this year. The Bears offensive line made a massive difference, and I'm really glad they have an award. So let's celebrate it. Protector of the Year. I would prefer Offensive Lineman of the Year, but hey, name it whatever you want, guys.
That's what our job is. Well, just imagine if the Patriots actually had an offensive line last night. Might have been a different game.
Might have been a different game.
Line matters. So.
Yep. All right, and now on to the final one. So this is the final one, guys. Some people may not like it. This is not me like everybody gets a trophy. No, but I'm sick of quarterbacks just winning the MVP. It's a quarterback award at this point. Of the last 25 MVPs, 22 have been quarterbacks. There's been 3 running backs and 22 quarterbacks. And it's just so obvious that a running back or even a wide receiver, who never wins, by the way, has to set like historic records to even have a chance. And then a quarterback can have his 4th or 5th best statistical season and just happen to have it in a year where other quarterbacks are down and they win the MVP. It blows my mind, because I honestly think JSN might have won the MVP. It might have still been Stafford. I'm not saying he's not deserving, but I'm just kind of sick of it being a quarterback award. So have a quarterback award, have a quarterback MVP that goes to a quarterback every year, and then have another MVP that goes to anybody else, a defensive player. It could have been Myles Garrett this year, who set the sack record, by the way. And yes, his team sucked. But remember, guys, Lawrence Taylor won it in 86 when he originally broke the sack record or set, the new precedent. So it's a different game in the NFL now, but I would just, if it's just going to be a quarterback award, then let it be a quarterback
Well,
award.
LT was also on a good team, which helped him to win the award.
Well,
And
they
like Myles
were,
Garrett's
but
on a terrible team.
That's true. That's true. Myles Garrett is on a terrible team. But I mean, the fact that he's on a terrible team and teams didn't have to pass against them because the Browns can't score and he still broke the record might be more impressive, Dub, because think about how many games the Giants were winning when LT got those sacks versus how many times the Browns were just sitting there and they were running the ball.
He's definitely on a level of an LT, like ability wise, whatever, like on the field.
Right. And
there's just a lot of context with MVP awards, right? Like where winning
you have to do more than just beat the Packers. Anyone can do that.
Yes, in the season. You have to do slightly more than just being the Packer.
I can't wait till you guys win 6 games again.
yeah.
I can't wait.
We gotta clip all the trash talking until okay.
Dude, I can't wait. No. Okay. Yeah, you're not getting 34 turnovers next year, by the way. So all right. Anyway, no, you guys did very well in the playoffs, though. I will give you that. After the 58th minute of the Packer game. But okay. So those are my ideas. And the whole history of the MVP award, guys, too. There's only actually ever been 2 defensive players, Alan Page and Lawrence Taylor, and 1 kicker. Yes, a kicker in the strike-shortened season of 1974. Mark Mosley of the Philadelphia Eagles won an MVP award, and I wonder if the writers did that just to be dicks. And it's a great story if that's what they did. But
that was 82.
What was that? 82 what?
Yeah, 82 for the Washington Redskins back in the day.
Oh, he was
Pro Football Reference. I can't speak.
Oh, got it. I read it was 1974. Maybe I got it wrong. Either way, 1 kicker. That's all we need to know. There's been 1 kicker, which is absolutely hilarious that a wide receiver has never won it and a kicker has, right? Like, that's crazy. Poor wide receivers. They get paid plenty. All right. Well, those are the changes, guys. So anything that comes to mind that you guys would like to see changed in the NFL? Hype, would you like to see the Minnesota Vikings officially have a big sticker that says "My Daddy" on the top in every single game? Should they be required to wear 9 jerseys? I don't know. What NFL changes has anything come to your guys' mind over the course of the season that you think the NFL could do a little bit differently?
You got a lot of good examples there of things they should do differently. I didn't even know this was the topic today. I thought the topic was just going to be like, is Sam Darnold the best quarterback in the NFL or just almost the best? But
he's the best Vikings quarterback in the NFL.
He's the best Vikings quarterback.
He's the best. All right.
Well,
think about it. Maybe we'll talk about it again later in the season when we get closer to 2027, because we're going to have a lot of draft stuff coming up. We're going to have all kinds of things. Hype, you got something?
Okay, so I did bring it up earlier that like maybe another off game for teams, another bye week or something. So the problem that obviously the Packers had this year is people just kept getting hurt. And at the end of games, players are just getting tired. The fourth quarter, they're all gassed. So like,
and they had a really early bye week this year. Like,
and I'm not just saying the Packers, other teams too. People are just gassed in the fourth quarter. So like players are getting worn out during the season. So they may need to do something about that.
And I think the bye week is big. I mean, injuries are huge. We can talk about this too, but I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but New England and Seattle were both in the bottom 5 for games lost to injury this year in the NFL. Right. So they were 2 of the least injured teams this year. And guys, that makes a huge difference.
When Green Bay won the Super Bowl with Favre, that was their healthiest season in decades.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's just a correlation. If you're healthy, you got a shot.
They had a lot of injuries.
I brought this up earlier in the season, but if you have a Thursday night game, then I think that should follow a bye week, perhaps.
Yeah.
Just because Thursday night you only have like 3. You can't even have a real practice between your Sunday game and the Thursday night game.
So are you saying the bye the week before, Dave? Because they obviously
I'd say by the week before, and then that way you get that additional rest after the Thursday night game, just so that way your guys can kind of recoup. So that makes a real nice healing window.
I honestly think these Thursday night games have created a lot more injuries in the NFL in the last couple of years. I think they've created a lot more. I do not like Thursday night football. I'm not going to lie. I love football, but I kind of don't like Thursday night football. I'd much rather have Saturday games or something like that. And I know there's college out there and we don't want to step on their toes, and Friday night is high school football, but like Thursday's just such an awkward day. after you played Sunday. You need 2 days to rest, and you can't really practice the day before. So it's just a license for trouble. I don't really like it, but no, that's a good shout, Dave. You know what? Let's just get rid of Thursday football, and let's get rid of the offensive lineman award because it was run by a chump. So bye.